Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are doing a follow-up video on everyone's favorite company, Tesla. TSLA is the ticker symbol. I'm doing it on a monthly time frame so you guys can see why I have a little bit of hesitation of upside. And on the lower time frame, I'll show you why I have more upside potential looking consolidation patterns. Which way will win? More than likely, I'm looking for the sell-off to the downside due to higher time frame. Now, what I mean by that, okay? Before I explain to you why I'm looking for a little bit of downside, let me explain to you that on a monthly, these are higher highs, okay? So you would expect higher volume. You have lower volume nodes. This is bearish divergence, meaning one big seller is probably lining up to sell, and this right here was a signature of selling after liquidity was taken out above the previous all-time high. So this is how I know that, hey, this is a double top potential, swing failure pattern potential, distributional phase potential, to retest breakout area is potential, almost at $230. That will happen within the next 2 to 3 months. So you got 90 days to prepare for this. If you're not prepared already, please be aware of that moving forward. All right. Now, before I start showing you the doodles, guys, and going to lower time frames to start explaining why I think what I think, please feel free to join our Discord server. Link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that we use and recommend that helps the channel grow. So thank you guys so much. Aside from that, if you are interested in trading with me live, feel free to join my Discord server. The link to it is in the description of the video below. And aside from that, if you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you in the next one. All right, let's get it kicked off. So once again, on the monthly, I already showed you bearish divergence on volume. Buyers are slowing down as we're at the near highs. Another thing is, when we do this liquidity grab of the previous high, from here was a high, here we took the liquidity. We've always done this, descending channel consolidation back into the breakout area. You took the liquidity out of it, and then we attempted again in W, inverse head and shoulder consolidational pattern fashion. Okay, so same situation again. We're above the yellow EMA, we're above the yellow EMA. We have just put in a lower high. After a higher high, we've put in a lower high, sequence of lower highs, and look at where this line is. This pre-market is at 315. 315 is the last higher high, okay, before the descendant drop came. What that means is, if we have any open and closes underneath this level of 315, you will look for us to go and push into the level of 270, 280. That is the first level of support on the higher time frames. That level corresponds with this level right here. Look sideways. That's where the neckline is of the inverse head and shoulder, guys. Here you go. If you have not seen the previous video, go look at the previous video on Tesla. We've been waiting for this for how freaking long, I don't know. I was telling everyone over here to look to buy around $200, and then we were looking for this measured move. Once we broke this neckline, which is around $300, we were looking for the measured move to go all the way to the top of this green line, $476. We have made that measured move, and now after a measured move like that, you look for selling, because all the people who bought this high are going to get trapped and probably get pushed back into this level, 350. Now we can't even hold 350. Okay, so the next level of support is right here, 290 to 269. I've already had all this on the previous video. So feel free to go to the last Tesla video, and it all is explained as to why we're looking for all that situation the way it did. Now what I'm telling you is this whole consolidation thing that we were looking for after the inverse head and shoulder is done. I'm going to delete this little doodle, and we're going to now look at how far we can expect a retrace to come to. So here's a measured move, literally perfection. Okay, look, and then look at how old this video is. The only thing I've changed from the last video to this video is these two fibs. Okay, and I only changed it to basically demonstrate where we should be looking for support. You don't need this fib, okay? You don't even need this fib, but I'm gonna leave it there for reference on the lower time frame. This major fib is the only thing that really matters, because it's dictating that unless you get above 350, the target is lower. Okay, that's your warning for downside. If downside is to come, that's your warning. And downside support after this $300 level, you're basically looking at around 250 to 270. Okay, so that's about $60 from here. So be prepared for a possible, you know, descending channel consolidation. What do I mean? Here is a descending channel consolidation, right? That's what I'm expecting here. There is no like surprises or special magic I'm doing. All I'm doing, and here's your other one right here. Here it is. I call them descending channels. Other people will be like, oh, it's a bull flag. You know, like whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter to me. You do what you want. The point of the matter is this is how I see the consolidational fractal. Now, let me give you the opposite end. Right, like so this was the top and this was the support, and if you extend this out like that, cool. This is the descending, this is the ascending. Anyone who is a member understands why I'm color coding them. You know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So I'm not gonna explain it to everyone every time. Here is your distributional triangle. That's where the best short was. Whoever took this short right here was the winner, and they are controlling the market with their wealth because they took the supply in this first short, and everyone else followed them in this larger short after you lost the support over here, which is 360. And then basically after 360 was lost, man, I hate when I do that. Here. So once that support was lost, and you know what, I'm gonna do it one more way to make it as professional as possible, guys. I'm sorry. Don't be mad. Okay. Boom. Final support. Local top. What else? SFP short entry. There you go. So that where did I put that text? There it is. Okay. So that is what happened over there. Let me make this blue so we can read it without all the white bullshit in the background. Cool. Okay. So that's when this big dump started. This nuclear short. Make it pink, purple, whatever. So that's where it started. Then it got confirmed. After 400, it got confirmed. But then, like, you know, bigger traders probably waited for the whole triangle to form, and then they started pushing it under. See, like, people who try to do it here, they got wrecked because you were trying to short it thinking it's going down, but this was the inverse right shoulder, the inverse head and shoulders right shoulder, and we were making higher high. So that's why we were looking for that upside, and then we confirmed it above the $300 level. Right? Whatever news or whatever happened, I don't care about the news and nonsense bullshit. It's all in the chart. So hence why I don't care about Tesla coming out with the robo-taxis later in the week. The point of the matter is it's probably going to be a sell the news event because the chart is already showing you that a major short took a short. He's defending his short here. This right here was where he defended it and where all the other smaller traders decided to jump on his bandwagon, because he was the one who controlled that first short, okay? And then he could have impulsed it, or everyone else followed along it, whatever it is. He definitely took some profit over here, okay? Probably is going to do it again if we come back to that level. Hence why that level is important, and I've already given you that in the previous spiel. So what do we do moving forward? Well, you need to see if another inverse head and shoulder can form. Right now, here is your potential support level, right? This right here is potential support. Is that support going to hold is what we need to see, because the dude who let go of his short there, people who bought here will basically defend this level here. This whole level here is now turning into support long term. As long as we can hold that level, we can basically use this as a higher low in a sequence of higher lows for uptrend continuations. The only way that we'll know what's going to happen is to see the reaction of the price at 300. If we cannot get under 300 and these guys actually do their job, which is, stock market always goes up, right? So their whole point is to basically show that this is support here and it's an accumulation area. As long as that's true, then you will basically see zigzag, higher low, expanding wedge, fractal back into the liquidity point of this level. You're not going to stop at this level anymore. You're going to go take out the liquidity at the major fib. That's where all the stop losses are sitting, right over here at 529. So that's where you're going to need to wait, and then you should be looking to take profit over here too if you're taking a long at this level here. That's what these fibs are here for. This is the confirmation, okay? So if you're taking a long here, okay, you need to start taking some profit at TP1, TP2, TP3. If you're taking a long here, your stop loss needs to be, under 200. So are you ready to take that trade? Now, here's the last thing I'll do, and then I got to get out of here, guys. I want to hit the gym. Okay. So let's say we take a trade in this plan, and then we can follow up with this later and laugh. Something like that is how I would see. Okay? And that's short time frame. Keep in mind, monthly is looking to go in that descending channel to the downside. So your warning or your long scalp you're trying to take is basically this. Is going to be basically the test of that 270 level. Anything around that 270 level, if you get it, you try to 270, 280, and you wanna go crazy? Let's go crazy. We can take two trades, okay? This will be the first one. This will be the first attempt. Your stop loss hits, okay, that's fine. If your stop loss hits, just stop. This over here will be the second one. If that stop hits, this is your second attempt. And then keep in mind you're going to do TP1, TP2, TP3. That will be my second attempt. And then after this, you got to be patient to see, are we going to actually come into this 130 level and whatnot? Because if we come into these levels, then of course I'll be looking to buy. But there's got to be a bigger, major problem like China and US are fighting and blah, 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 blah. The channel already gave you the rejection, so I'm going to remove that. It's kind of like just too much in our face. This is just too much in our face. We already explained why that level is important. And then I'm just cleaning up the chart for the next video that we're eventually going to do, guys. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Higher low. Cool. All this stuff, you don't even really need it, but I'll keep it. No, you can't keep that one. Alright, so the reason why I'm cleaning this chart up is I'm going to leave it like this. And then one other thing is I'll leave the doodle as to how I think we can hopefully play out price action. So that's the hopeful, beautiful scenario. The worst one will be something like this. And that means basically they just want to take more liquidity out of the market before going up. and it's very, very possible because Tesla's a large company. There's a lot of money involved. To come this low, it just is like a buying opportunity. It's not something to be scared about. It's a buying opportunity. But if it's a healthy asset that is in an uptrend and looking for uptrend, it should not lose 280 anymore. As long as it holds above 280, it's looking for that uptrend to continue into those higher targets that we've already established. You already know there's so much major liquidity sitting here. Major liquidity here as short stop losses. That's the spot that you want to hit in that parabolic move to the upside, and it's all sitting like right here, basically in this range between here and here. And if we get above this, it's going to just pop off. It's not going to like dilly-dally. It's going to basically hunt that liquidity, because then everyone will be bullish and looking to go to the upside. So that's what I have for you guys here on Tesla. If you guys have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. If you're interested in trading with me live, please feel free to join the Discord server. The link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that helps this channel grow. So thank you guys so much. I wish you the best today. Keep in mind that on the higher time frame, we're doing that dilly-dally dance. Thursday, Tesla comes out with robo-taxis. And on the lower time frame, you're getting this buy, but it's coming into the resistance of this. So this right here is your rejection. Right here, you're actually being pushed down. This is probably going to just roll on over like this into that lower level. And then over here, you're going to find the buyer step up to decide if we're going to go up or not. So please, 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 if you're a Tesla buyer, be prepared for 290 to 270 just on disappointment if the robo-taxi delivers no excitement to traders and investors. We're in a downtrend right now as well. So we're basically in a local downtrend. This little uptrend is basically just a retest of resistance. We've already discussed it. I don't know how else I can say be cautious of downside. Make sure you take some profits. And the levels I've given you are pretty much the same levels for the last like 6 months or so. So there shouldn't be no surprises moving forward. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Adios.